Hi Shamrocks, this is Mrs. Kolchuk. I just wanted to walk you through all of the library resources that are available to you for your American author assignment. So we are going to begin this tutorial at the main Catholic Central homepage. So this is just catholicentral.net, and to find the library resources, you are going to go to the academic tab and then over here to where it says library resources, and this is going to take you to the library's homepage. So the first thing I want to point out is this light blue search box on the left hand side of the screen here. This is where you are going to look if you need a print source for your assignment. So a print source is an item that you can hold in your hand. An ebook does not count as a print source because it exists online or virtually. So we're talking about something you can physically hold in your hand. So for this tutorial, I'm going to pretend that I am doing my assignment on Harper Lee and her book To Kill a Mockingbird. So I'm just going to type in Harper Lee and see if we have anything about this author and her book. So this is my results screen. One thing I want to be sure to mention is that the catalog search box does not work from home. This is something you can only use when you are on campus. Okay, so I want to look at this material type box here on the left hand side of the screen. So nonfiction 4. This means 4 of the items that we own are nonfiction items. So these are factual information dealing with Harper Lee. This is probably what I want for my assignment. There are 2 ebooks, can't use those, as well as 2 fiction books. So this might be good if I want to read one of Harper Lee's books, pull a quote from it, something like that. And I also, it looks like I have a graphic novel dealing with Harper Lee as well. So you could start looking at the results here. Here is actually a critical interpretation of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. I think this might be spot on for my paper. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. You can see a little bit more information here. If you go to details, you can get the information you need for your bibliography. And holdings, which is also the information that is here, is going to tell you where the book lives in the library. So you need to pay attention to the call number. That's going to help you find the book on the shelf, or help me help you find the book on the shelf, as the case may be. Another thing I want to pay attention to is this right-hand side here. This says in, so another student has not checked this out so that I can come in and get it off the shelf. If it says out, obviously that means it's checked out. Somebody else has already borrowed that, and that won't be available to you. Okay, so that's a quick overview of how to find a print source. From here, we're going to move on to our online resources. There are the 2 that are going to come into play, the ebooks and the database resources. If I click on ebooks, once again, gentlemen, ebooks are not a print source unless your teacher specifically allows that, because these ebooks live online. They're not something you can physically hold in your hand. The ebooks that we own through the Catholic Central Library don't allow you to download the ebook in its entirety to your device. Rather, it's going to pull up a section of that book that pertains to your search. And I do have a lot of ebooks dealing with literature, and I think you'll find quite a bit of information here for your assignment. So for my ebook search, I'm actually going to type in the author's name, last name first. So I just typed in Lee Harper. Guys, if you are searching any of the library's online resources from home, you are going to need to enter a password, and that password is going to be Shamrock. Okay, so now I've got 130 results. So that means 130 items were found about Harper Lee in our ebook collection. A couple things once I'm in here. If I sign in with Google or your CC email account, which is a Gmail account, it will allow you to save any of the articles you want to use right to your Google Drive. So the second thing I want to pay attention to is this filter your results. So you can limit your search if you don't want to go through 130 items. So if I go to subjects, there's actually To Kill a Mockingbird listed. So if I want to see just what they have pertaining to Kill a Mockingbird and Harper Lee, I can click on that, and now I only have 11 items to go through. So if I click on the title of this first one here, it just says Harper Lee. Here is the article in its entirety. I'm going to get some biographical information here, as well as some information about To Kill a Mockingbird. Once again, if I have signed in, I can save this article right to my Google Drive. And a big bonus for using library resources as opposed to Googling your author is that all of the resources are going to provide you with a citation. So you do not need to worry about how to cite any of these articles. So if I click on Cite, here is my citation automatically formatted to the MLA style. And once again, I can export that right to my Google Drive. Easy peasy. Okay, so that's an example of how to use the ebooks for my search. You can also go ahead into the databases. Databases are a collection of information about generally a specific topic. And as you can see, we have a literature tab here. We do have quite a few databases pertaining to literature. My favorite one for this assignment is going to be this Gale Literature Resource Center. And the reason why I like this one so much is it's going to give you a little bit of everything. You're going to get your biographical information about the author. You're going to get literary criticisms. You may even get the entire author's works depending on what's available to you in the database here. So this looks like our ebooks. I can go ahead and sign in if you hadn't done that already and save everything right to your Google Drive. Once again, I'm going to type in my author, last name first. And here's my results screen. So as you can see, we've got our literature criticism section, like I mentioned, biographies, work overviews, and this may not come into play for this assignment, but bear in mind that our databases may also contain sound bites, videos. So if you're doing a presentation where you can include stuff like that, this would be very helpful as well. So once again, I can filter my results over here, and I have a few more options this time. I have the name of the work, so I can filter it specifically for To Kill a Mockingbird and click apply. And now I have, once again, less information to go through. So there are only, 47 literature criticism articles, and, I've got a couple biographies, so it's not going to be as tedious to wade through these results. Once again, all I have to do is just click on the title. It's going to bring up the full text of the article for me. I can save that to Google Drive, and here's my citation generator. Very, very simple. And once again, any of these database resources, when you're accessing them from home, it's going to ask you for a password, and your password is going to be Shamrock. I think you might find enough information through that Gale Literature Resource Center, but if you cannot find enough, I want to direct you to one more place to look. We are going to go to the Michigan eLibrary. Their web address is mel.org. I'm going to go to the eResources tab over here. I'm going to browse all eResources, and the database that I'm looking for begins with the letter L. So I'm just going to click here, and I'm going to scroll down because I am looking for the Literary Reference Center. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. If you are doing this from home, it doesn't ask for a password usually, but sometimes it does want you to prove that you are a resident of the state of Michigan, and they may ask you for a driver's license number or a public library card number just to verify you do live here in the state of Michigan. So once again, I'm looking for Harper Lee. I'm going to do last name first. Here she is right here. I'm going to go ahead and click search. And what I want to do here is I'm going to go to this source type box on the left hand side, and I'm going to click show more so you can see everything that's available to you. So we've got literary criticisms, biographical information. This is a great way for you guys to limit it just by the type of information you're looking for. If you just want a plot summary, you can just go ahead and click there. Click update, and now I've got just plot summaries, and it looks like this page just has To Kill a Mockingbird on it. Okay, and then the next page has some of her other works. So if any of these look like something you want to use, you can go ahead and click on the title. Okay, and here is the article, and this database does allow you to send your items to Google Drive, so you can do that, and it will provide you with a citation as well. So if I click Cite, because this is not specific to Catholic Central, you need to scroll down to find the MLA format. So that is here, and then you'll just have to copy and paste that if you have a works cited page you've already begun, or just paste it into a Google Doc and then go from there. So this is a secondary resource for you if you cannot find enough through the CC webpage. There is one last thing I want to point out. For those of you really struggling to find a print source, if it is okay with your teacher, we do have access to a product called Sora, which has ebooks in it, and these are the type of ebooks that you can download and use that way. This would probably come into play if you're looking for an example of the author's work. I know personally that we have a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird here in the CC library, but if that was checked out and it was okay with my teacher, we might be able to get it for you using Sora. If you click on this link here, it will take you to the webpage that I created that has instructions and even a video tutorial of how to use this product. So it can help work you through getting into it. But once again, gentlemen, I am here if you have any questions. My email address is on the main library homepage, so you can even shoot me an email if you're working from home or it's just not convenient for you to stop by and see me. Please use me as a resource. I am here to help. So good luck with your assignment, guys, and thank you for watching.